Awesome.
Good.
Awesome, awesome, guys. We're going to get ready to kick it off here. I want to welcome everybody to our Six Figure Agent Friday Mastermind. Glad to have everybody on. If you got some team members, guys, tell them to get on there this morning. Gonna have a good conversation. It's what we do every Friday. We come together, just collaborate, talk about some topics that's going to help each and every one of us go to the next level, in our life, our business, every area of our life, guys, can be transformed from this Friday Mastermind. So again, glad to have everybody on. Welcome, welcome. I'd like to welcome all of our guests. And again, if you have somebody, shoot them a quick text. Tell them to get on here, guys. We're going to be starting here, and it's going to be some fire this morning. But tell them to get on here, guys. We're going to be collaborating and, have something to jot down, take some notes on, because you may hear something that somebody says, I say, somebody else says, that may resonate with you that, you want to jot it down. You want to rely just on memory alone. So, I think that was Mike Hughes said the shortest pencil is better than the longest memory. So you want to jot that thing down, record it and, put it in your notes. I know I'm a note taker. There's a saying, note takers are money makers. Everywhere I go, I'm always taking some notes just to go back and refer to. I'm a journaler. I like journaling, guys. Get you a good journal. Get you a good journal to take notes on and record your day and, and kind of analyze your day and your notes, your goals. I got one here by the my coaching group. We have this is called the self journal. It's a self journal, and I get to analyze, my goals, progress, my goals, my actions that I need to take, and also in the back I can journal and take, some notes about things. And but get you a good journal, guys. Get you a good journal. I got a couple of journals. All right, guys. We'd like to kick off our Friday masterminds with just a few gratitude statements. What you're grateful for on this morning, guys. Anybody grateful for anything? Anybody grateful? I know I'm grateful to just, God woke me up this morning, man, and just in my right mind with good health and strength. Anybody grateful for anything on this morning? Anybody want to kick us off with some gratitude?
Hey, sir, this is Keith. I'm gonna kick off because I'm telling you, I'm excited. This week has been a flurry of activity. So not only am I grateful to be alive, I'm just grateful for all the activity. I mean, everything from HVAC to leisure nursing to the open house I'm gonna be doing on Saturday. It's just been awesome. And I would tell you that I have this group for it. And Pam said something last time that just stuck with me. And I hear it all the time, but it was something about how she said it, about the expectation. I went to this week expecting that the bow was going to break, and it looks like that. And so I'm just excited. I mean, I can't even explain it, but I'm just grateful for that. So I just had to get that out. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome, Keith. Man, I hear it. I hear it in your voice, man. The excitement. We're excited for you. I know you've been putting a lot of seed in the ground, brother. You've been farming, so I know harvest is coming. So you've been putting in the work, and that's
Yes,
what
sir.
counts. Yeah. It's good to see that it's happening, and yeah.
Hey, so if you don't mind, just you talked about having conversations, and I just wanted to just highlight this one thing. So yesterday in the office, I'm sitting there doing my work, and I hear two people talking about real estate. And normally I don't butt into people's conversation, but I had to because what they were saying was just off, right? And so I jumped into the conversation, and I was kind of explaining. One was talking about, yeah, I'm renting right now, I can't afford a house. I said, well, how do you know? Have you done X, Y, and Z? And he said, no. I said, well, you don't know until you actually try. I said, I can help you with that. While I was having that conversation, another guy jumped in and I was talking about the programs that were out there for teachers, healthcare, Homes for Heroes. And he was like, hey, I'm trying to get my daughter into a house. What can I do? And I started talking to him about that. And then he said, hey, I'm also looking for a retirement house. Can you help me? I was like, yeah, I can help you. While I was having that conversation,
Wow.
another guy sitting right around the corner was like, hey, I'm thinking about, my wife wants to move into a house and we want to know how much equity's in our townhome. I said, Jeremy, I'm your man. So from that one conversation,
Whoa.
you know what I'm saying? So, and they're all in my office, so I can kind of nurture that and build on that. But they all are very intent on going to the next level. And I just happened to be right there. And if I had not went into that conversation, I don't know where that would have went. But I just said, you know what? I can't take it no more. Let me just tell them kind of, So anyway, that's
Yeah.
part of the excitement. So I
That's
just had to share
awesome.
that.
That's awesome, Keith, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited
I'm
for you.
telling you. Yes, I'm excited. So thank you all.
Congratulations. That is awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
You were
appreciate it. Thank you.
ready.
Yeah, I am. I'm telling you, I'm excited. So
That's awesome, man. I love what he said about that expectation. He's expecting it. It's like his radar was up just to hear any type of conversation that in that conversation, just hearing that one conversation just kind of trickled on and just caught fire. It's like a fire keep blaze. Oh man, like brush fire, just take it off, man. Well, that's awesome. Good. Anybody else, guys? Thank you for sharing that, Keith. Making real estate fun again, guys. Come on. Woo. Anybody, what are you grateful for? Anybody got anything to be grateful for on this morning?
Good morning.
Hey,
I am so grateful to be here this morning, just waking up, just being at home. This morning, I was blessed to get up and go to my early morning workout. And I've been going all week. And I had to go drop my car off to get the brakes changed afterwards. So I went a different way than I normally would to drop the car off. And my husband was coming to pick me up and he called me. He said, I forgot to tell you, there was a bad accident, Minnieville Road, overturned vehicle and stuff. All of the, most of the people that I'm working out with, a lot of them go down that road and it's always really fast and furious. Like everybody got somewhere to be, hair on fire. And so I missed being, possibly at the scene of that accident, or at the very least being backed up in traffic. And I'm like, see, God be taking care of us and we don't even be thinking about it.
Right.
By making sure we're where we're supposed to be. So I'm grateful for that this morning. Grateful for you all too.
Awesome, Pam. Well, praise God. Thank you for sharing that.
Praise God. I'm gonna follow up on Pam. I'm grateful for God, and I'm grateful for good health. I'm grateful to be in a career to put me in a position where me and my kids had health scares this year. And I remember in college, if that would have happened, my thought would have been, oh my God, can't go to the emergency room. That bill is going to be ridiculous. And now just being in a phase where my first priority is not money, but just what's the safety and health of my kids.
Yeah. Wow. Awesome, Jasmine. Thank you for sharing.
Good morning.
Hey.
Tina, can someone give me the phone number so that my guests can call in? The phone number and code for the Zoom?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. I'll text it to you, Tina. Anybody else, guys?
Thank you.
Grateful for on this morning.
I'm grateful for health and strength. I've had a couple of struggles the last few weeks, and I am grateful for the mind to rest because I don't do good at resting at all. So my body takes me down. So I'm going to work that into my rhythm, is having rest. So that is one of my goals for the next part of this year. So I will not end up going down like I have been in the last first part of this year. So I'm still grateful for all my clients and just, every challenge is a growth opportunity. So I'm grateful for every challenge that I have.
Awesome. All right. Good. Thank you for sharing, Natasha. Anybody else, guys, what you're grateful for this morning? Then we're going to shift gears.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you could hear me. Good morning. I just wanted to say that, of course, we're all grateful for this, but I just want to point it out. Grateful for prayers that are answered. Answer prayers. When it's real obvious, and then you wake up and, tears just roll down, just because you realize, man, God answered a prayer, especially, when you're praying for other people, that are like in really, just really tough circumstances, and the Lord comes through for them. It's a gift. I just wanted to just say that. I'm still in tears about it. He just did a miracle, for some people I was praying for. So I'm just grateful to the Lord. That's it. I just wanted to say that.
I know that's right. All right, Gemma.
And I want to say additionally, I'm thankful for another year of life. Thank you for those that the birthday shout outs. And thankful for my birthday twin, Bryson. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we had 2 birthdays. Good. Awesome, guys. I hope you had a great day, great birthday, Bryson, Natasha.
I did. Thank you.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's almost also my spiritual birthday, guys. August 23rd, 2000. Went to the church one night, my heart went right, and something got a hold of me.
Hey,
I ain't been the same since. So August 23rd is a special day. I text my friend, my best friend that day, the other day on the 23rd, and just thanked him for inviting me to church that day. Life has not been the same since. All right, guys, let's Tim is in an appointment this morning. He can't talk. So I'm grateful to be amongst a group of believers in business. I'm grateful for salvation in Jesus Christ. I know that's right. Thank you, Tim. Good, guys. All right, let's I'm gonna share my screen again here, and we're gonna get ready to roll, y'all. All right, good, guys. Just a couple of announcements. Wednesdays, Thursdays, guys, 12 p.m. Eastern time. I am on a Zoom. Go to explainexp.com. Talking about EXP Realty, guys. So if you got any guests, anybody that wants to hear about the story of EXP Realty, tell them to jump on. And also today, guys, at 9:00, right after this meeting, I'm going to hang out. If there's anybody, if you have a guest on that wants to hear about EXP Realty, I'm going to be on at 9:00, and I'll give the presentation 9 to 9:30 or so. Okay, so today I'll just hang out. All right, our academy is coming up, guys, and we're gonna get this registration out at least by tomorrow. We'll get the registration out by tomorrow to register for the academy. We got our lineup of instructors who said they want to be one of the instructors again this year. So our instructors, we're going to be planning to meet some of you on now, but we're going to try to meet on Tuesday next week, and I'll send out the calendar invite for Tuesday morning. Just to make our plans and, talk about the academy that's coming up. But it's going to be a dynamic academy, guys. 8-week academy starts the 6th to that last Wednesday of October. So really just pouring in. We're going to have top producers, agents that are just really, at a high level, doing business at a high level, and they're going to be giving back, just pouring into you. So get ready for the Agent Academy, Dream Team Agent Academy coming up on the 6th. Okay, guys, didn't have a new guest vendor, but I still had Doug and Rose in here from last week. So if you need a moving company, you're in the DMV area, guys, you need a moving company called Mercy Movers. Rose, y'all got a 2 for 1. I'm not even going to charge you for this one. So,
Oh, you are the man right there. Check you out.
But hey, my favorite movie company, guys, they actually moved my daughter down from Bethesda when she right before COVID hit, right after, she was like way up. Yeah, I think it was right after. She was way up in Bethesda, Maryland, and she's like, I want to come home. So they moved her down here to our house. And all right, guys, let's jump into it. Can y'all see my screen okay?
Yes.
Soul searching. All right, guys, let's talk about some soul searching. Man, this is we've been talking about the year, we've been talking about the market, and I want to talk today about some soul searching. Doing some soul searching. Y'all heard about the soul, right? Soul is your heart, the mind, the will, the emotions, feelings, thoughts, desires, passions, your dreams. That's kind of like your soul, the inner you. Yeah, anybody know what I'm talking about? Does that make sense, guys? The heart, mind, will, emotions, feelings, thoughts, desires, dreams, your goals, guys. So we're going to talk about some soul searching, soul searching, just kind of seeing if you're on track. What is, are you living your dreams, or what are you feeling right now? What, what's on your mind right now? What's your mindset? What are you, doing some searching to see, like, am I where I want to be right now in life, in every part of my my life and my career and my business? Is my business where it needs to be right now? Kind of doing some soul searching. And encouraging everybody to, like, put that on your schedule. Like, I need to have some think time. Some time where I just kind of slow down. Like Natasha said, God has a way of having her slow down sometimes, being able to slow down and do some soul searching. What are my emotions like right now with this market shift and market change? Am I making the right adjustments to it? Do I have the right, is my passion still there? Is my passion for business and helping people, to serve people, and the dreams and the things I want to accomplish? What's it like? So right now, guys, I got to have some think time. Some think time where you're not reacting, where you're not all over the place, where you're not serving clients, you're not thinking about how I'm going to, prospect and lead generate, but just some time for you to reflect and think. Does anybody do anything like that? Does anybody have think time on their schedule weekly? Anybody do anything like that?
I kind of end up with that by default, because that's how I spend my Sunday evenings. Reflecting on the past week, reflecting on what I have to get done, different things. Am I really going to be as engaged, with everything that's going on? Is there something I need to move over? Really consider how effective I'm going to be, if too many other things are battling for my attention. So I do some self-reflection. Today is kind of that day for me too, because, I got some competing priorities. So I'm going to spend some time doing that today. But Sunday is generally the time when I like to take an assessment, so to speak, and really think about what I've been doing. How can I do it better, or make changes to move forward?
I love that. Man, guys, I want to remind you all to take notes during these meetings. Like, when people are saying things like that, you want to be jotting down some of the words that Pam said. Pam dropped some bombs just then, some nuggets. Self-reflection time, doing an assessment, thinking about she even said something else, competing priorities. Anybody ever had some competing priorities? Yeah, man, Pam, did y'all get that? I want to make sure, because y'all got your cameras off. Did anybody get that? Can you wave your hand if did y'all hear some of the things that she was saying? So that's how you attend these masterminds, guys. You want to make, have an ear to hear, listen for little things that people say, doing a self-assessment every, on Sundays is your day, but what's going to be your day that you do that? Anything else, Pam? Pam's one of our Academy instructors too, guys. So anything else, Pam? I want to get it all out.
I'm kind of there, because I've got a lot. I mean, you guys have no idea. I was away from my home for a whole month, from the 12th of July all the way till, I want to say, the 22nd of August. Wow. I was away from my home. I was traveling. I was doing deals. And we literally came back to Virginia for 2 days before we got in the car and went to North Carolina to start a remodeling project on one of our properties.
Wow.
I'm on my way back down there next weekend. And I'm combining finishing up that remodel with family reunion. And then, of course, we've got to go and visit one of my husband's friends. It's a lot going on. And in the midst of all that, I'm running a business, 2 businesses, and managing, my mom. She's here with us while the reconstruction is going on. And the kids, to everybody. I mean, we fit it in. And my husband and I were talking about how we managed to get all that done. We
Wow.
kind of ran ourselves raggedy. So if you're not, taking stock of what you're doing and looking at your calendar, I try to at least be tuned in with what's happening in the next 90 days. Because you don't think about it, that's a very short period of time. A lot of stuff happens in a quarter.
Yeah.
A lot. And if you don't have space in your calendar for the things that are going on, and not just that, some space to take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
See, I didn't have that last quarter. It was just running. Everything was on fire. We just ran. Okay. So now we are pulling back, looking at the calendar, making some space for us in all that we are doing. You have to do that.
That's
you
good.
know, you don't want the thing that you're passionate about to turn into something that you dread because you're tired, because you haven't taken care of yourself. You haven't delegated enough of what's going on in your business. You manage what you can do, but you got to have help.
Yeah.
I would not have made it through being away for a month without having help.
Yeah.
So you got to think about those things.
My God, did y'all get that, guys? I was taking some notes during that. That was some good stuff, Pam. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Looking at the next 90 days, guys, having space to take care of yourself, getting some help, even if it's just a transaction coordinator, guys. I don't know. Everybody should be using a transaction coordinator. You don't have to be icon agent, capper, top producer. Guys, get a transaction coordinator to take those extra tasks off your plate so you can focus on lead generating and getting new business. You don't need to be doing those type of things that a transaction coordinator could be doing for you. If you reach out to us if you want, more information about a transaction coordinator, just little things like that to get help. I saw Pam, you had a closing this week. And so she's having closes almost every week, look like, so, and been traveling. So that's awesome. Think time, guys. So have some think time. Some time where you reflect on your business and it's great to do it on Sunday, Friday, reflecting on, this previous week that I put in the work. What did I do this week? But Sunday, preparing for the next week, getting ready, getting charged up, having, your plan in front of you. What am I going to accomplish? What do I want to accomplish next week? That soul searching, guys, is like, what's your purpose? Thinking about and reflecting, like, what's your purpose on this earth? What are you here for? What are you here to do? What are you here to accomplish? What's your purpose? Anybody thinks about their purpose? Anybody? Purpose? What's your purpose? Your purpose on earth. Some of us, is making sure our kids be successful in life. That's a big part of our purpose. I see some of you all on social media, your kids going off to school and going to college and doing things, or you got little ones, it's part of your purpose. Anybody on your purpose? Your purpose. The next one is what's your
I could jump on this one, Rod, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So every day I woke up, and a lot of us have the same story. Every day I would wake up and feel like, man, I gotta go to work again. Man, I gotta, fake it for another 8 hours. I gotta go to work for, 8. I gotta go to work for 9 hours. Be at this office for 8, 9 hours. Then I'm gonna go home and do the same old thing again and again and again, Monday through Friday, every week. Then I got in a situation. I did my job and I did it well, and was paid well for doing it. But I came to a situation where I didn't know if I was going to have a job in a month. And I said, okay, God, what are you telling me? What is it that I haven't done that I need to do? And I've been running from it for a long time. And boom, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Go get your real estate license. You've been wanting to be in real estate for years now. Go get that real estate license. That day, I listened. I went and signed up for the class, took the class, finished the class, got my license. At the exact same time, I got fired while in the class.
Wow.
Got let go from a job. first time ever. And I mean, it was let go, wasn't fired, y'all, because I was still within my 90 days in probation.
Mhm.
But I say that to say all of this happened at the same time. So, you talk about purpose. In that time of purpose, I was able to switch careers, ask my wife, hey, bear with me for a year. Give me a year. We can handle this for a year. And I promise I'm gonna make something out of it. You go from there to being a top producer a year later, a
Mhm.
platinum level top producer
Yeah.
a year later. And
Woo.
you wonder what purpose is. Purpose is knowing that you're going in a direction that, not only you decided that you wanted, but it was what God's will was.
Mm.
And that's purpose to me. Family is great. The family is great. Everybody, my kids are doing well. I'm able to be around them more. I'm able to thrive with them. I'm able to see them off to school every day and pick them up every day. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter how many showings I got. I'm able to do the things that I want to do in life and be present. That was purpose there. That's what that purpose found was what I found.
Mm. That's powerful, Bryson. Thank you for sharing that, brother. Good stuff. Good stuff. Great father. Now I'd love to see his pictures. He got all his kids. They always traveling Disney World and Mexico. They all over the world travelers. Great, great. Anybody else, guys, on purpose? And your big why. That's the next one, guys. Your big why. Doing some soul searching on that big why. Reflecting on it. Man, why am I doing this? Why am I in this business? Why do I get up early in the morning and grind like we do and prospect and lead generating, going out on appointments, and why do we do what we do? Anybody on your big why? Reflecting on your big why. Anybody reflected on your big why lately? Anybody? Everybody on mute. I can talk, guys. Y'all want me to? Anybody on your big why? What makes you happy? What makes you exciting? What's your big why? Some people say your why has to make you cry. That's how big it needs to be. Sometimes you got to drill down, 7 levels to get to the real reason, that you're in this business, the thing that's going to make you get up in the morning, the thing that's going to, get you out of bed when you don't have a boss, you don't have a manager or supervisor over you, you don't have to turn on the alarm clock, there's nowhere you have to be at a certain time unless you have an appointment. Your big why, what's going to be that thing that really, in a tough market like we in, a challenging market, what's going to be the thing that makes you go beyond the 10x everything that you've done in the past, so you'll still be in the game 12 months from now? What's your why, guys? What's going to be the thing? What's the thing that makes you cry? Can you drill down? Can you focus enough on that why where you go deeper and deeper and deeper? Like, why do you want the money? It's not just about the money, but why is it that you need the money? And why is that? And keep asking yourself, well, why and why and why, until you get down to the core of you, your soul, that thing that really, really, where the tears start flowing, they can start welling up in your eyes and you can feel that thing down in your soul. The real why of what's going to make you do this business, to be able to grind it out, when the market, when we don't have 3% interest rates, when the inventory is short, and and all this doom and gloom is in the news, and social media, and people talking around the coffee, the kitchen in the office and all, so what's going to be your why? Anybody thought
My
about it?
my why is closer to what Bryson said. What is making me not a give up is the fact that I know that I didn't choose this profession. I was instructed to do it. That's my why. My
Woo.
why is honoring God. My why is not failing God. My why is this is what he wants me to do. So I'm going to stick in here and do it because he asked me. Just like Bryson, purpose or my assignment for me is being right in the center of God's will for my life and doing what he wants me to do part-time. And just like Bryson, I enjoy the corporate world. I love the corporate world. 2020, we all got to work from home and all of the great stuff. And, I remember that first invite that you invited us to I believe now the Dream Team meeting, but it was in the evening, it was, you invited us and we joined. But prior to that, I've been receiving hints. I've been, seeing stuff that God has been showing me that I chose to ignore. But finally, after that meeting, I said, you know what? These are all confirmations. So I think God is telling me to do this. And I enrolled 2020, started taking classes in March, and then I was still working. I was drug carrier. I think, was it 2020? No, 2021. I enrolled in March and I was still working. And by June, our project ended because it was a project that we were waiting for the next phase of the project. And I started putting out applications everywhere because I love being in the corporate world and I love human resources and, operations and all the good stuff. And for whatever reasons, I will attend interviews and everything. In fact, there was one that I attended in the same establishment, 6 different interviews to the extent of the vice president. So I was like, whoa, this is it. But none of it, none of it happened.
Wow.
And then I kept asking myself, I was like, Lord, what are you saying? I know you're saying something, but I just don't want to listen. And then my husband was like, I'm used to seeing you at home. Why do you want to go back to the office? Yeah. So, but I'm saying all of this to say that sometimes what keeps you going is actually knowing that you're right in the middle of the will of God for your life, which is purpose. And he kept telling me that I want you to be in real estate. Guys, to be honest with you, I was driving back home one day and I made up my mind in the car. I said, okay, Lord, I'm going to not do real estate. I'm going to do it full time. And the moment I took that decision, it was like everything that was holding all the job offers, the gate, the door was open and the floodgates, all of those offers, everyone started calling me.
Yeah.
But I knew that at that point, it was God that held all of that so that I could make the right decision and be where he wanted me to be.
Wow.
So for me, my why, the reason why I won't throw in the towel, the reason why I will keep doing what I'm doing is because I know that this is what God wants me to be doing right now. And I've seen lives transform. People will say, oh, it's real estate, it's business, it's not ministry. But I've sent 2 women back home that were thinking of divorce. We started house hunting, but at the end of the day, I said, why are you looking for a home? They wanted to divorce. I know we all believe in different things. We all see things differently. But after conversations, they went back to their marriages.
Wow.
So to me, it's not just real estate. To me, it's being where God wants me to be, meeting the people that God wants me to be. I was amazed at a review that I got. 2 people actually went to Yelp and wrote that, meeting me brought them closer to God. And I'm like, okay, what has that gotten to do with real estate?
Wow.
But to me, that is purpose right there.
Yeah.
To me, it's being right in the middle of the will of God for your life. And that's what's keeping me in real estate. The fact that God asked me to do it, and I've seen lives transform just by saying yes. It wasn't easy saying yes, but I did say yes, and God has been faithful.
Wow. Woo. Awesome, Rose. Thank you for sharing that. That's powerful. See, God, when you know your purpose, when you know your why, it keeps you rooted and grounded and anchored when things may not be taken off as fast as it should, when when that deal falls apart, or when you thought those folks were going to work with you and they decided not to, they're on the fence right now, they're deciding to wait, or they may decide to go with somebody else, but you stay anchored because you know your purpose, you know your why, you know that you're supposed to be here in this business. So thank you for sharing that. What makes you happy, guys? Is it making you happy? I'm gonna go to the next one. Are you in alignment? Anybody ever had a car out of alignment? I just got my Jeep. My son's driving a Jeep to college this year, and I just went and got some new tires put on it. And man, we took those tires off. They was like, man, you hadn't got an alignment in a while, So we got him some new tires on the Jeep, and got an alignment. But you can see the results of being out of alignment. You're wearing out tires faster. This is in the natural. You're wearing out tires, and you're constantly veering off. You're constantly off course because I'm not a mechanic, but it's gotten off, off center. Your wheels are not centered and you're not going down the road straight. So what happens when you get off alignment, your car really was kind of pulling to the left or pulling to the right. So if you were to, apply that to your business, are you in alignment? Are you veering off? Are you off course? Veering off to the left, the right, wasting time, money, energy. That's what happens when your tires out of alignment. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you in the long run. Your tires are going to wear out faster, and you're constantly trying to get back on course, but it keeps taking you off. So are you in alignment right now? Do you feel like you're in alignment with your goals, your dreams? Are you in alignment right now? And if not, what needs to change? What needs to change? Are you just going to continue now that you can almost feel it? Are you happy? Are you excited? Are you excited about your purpose, your why? You can hear it in Rose's voice. She's excited because she knows her why, regardless of what the results are looking like, regardless of how many closings, how many deals she's got, whatever. She knows her purpose and she knows that it's coming. It's on the way. She just has to be steadfast and unmovable. If she just stays the course, because she knows her why, her purpose. So, if you're out of alignment, what needs to change? What needs to change? What do I need to get back to get back in alignment, guys? In alignment. That's why Dream Team, we meet at least 3 times a week. We're getting back to our third, our academy, but we meet to get back in alignment. Because a lot of times our default, life happens, guys, and we start veering off. Anybody ever veered off? Anybody ever veered off? and life happens, and things happen, you get down, disappointed, but you start getting off course. So, what needs to change, guys? When you're doing your think time, your reflection time, think about what needs to change, especially in this market. What needs to change? Do I need to increase, track my hours, track my time? How much time am I really putting in the business? Am I getting up early? Am I nailing my morning routine in the morning? Am I going to work every single day? Am I spending that reflection time knowing what I have to accomplish this week, knowing how many contacts I need to make? My prospecting, my lead generation. Am I making enough connections? Am I getting out of the house, meeting people? Am I having those conversations? Am I talking to my database, my sphere of influence, those people that already know me, like me, and trust me? Guys, you got a lot of people around you that would do business with you if they knew you were in the business, just like those folks with Keith at his office. Man, I'm sure they know him. I'm sure they like him. I'm sure they trust him. So guess what? People do business with people they know, like, and trust. So they're going to do business with Keith without a shadow of a doubt. They're going to do business with him. But, he had the radar on. He was in tune. He heard the conversation, and now it just caught on like fire around. So how many of those conversations can you have every day with the people that already love you? They already know you, guys. They already trust you. But you have to initiate the conversation. So again, do some reflection time. What needs to change? What needs to change? Continue
Hey,
down.
Rod.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, real
Good.
quick.
Hey, Tim.
Jump on here real quick. Hey, yeah, and we were just talking about, letting people be around an environment where, you can talk to people and let them know that you're in the business. And then you, like you said, a lot of times people may not really know you, like you, and trust you, but sometimes you can put yourself in a position where people may feel comfortable because you're in that certain environment. Networking is one of the things that I find myself doing. Yesterday, I was actually went to a veterans network event, and Veterans Going to America, and a lot of people there are veterans. So we always, when I go there, it's easy to connect with people because people say, "Hey, you serve in the military?" I did too. Where'd you serve at? What'd you do? What was your job? And things like that. And then, what do you do now? I'm in real estate. What do you do? Oh, guess what? And out of that conversation yesterday, I had 3 people that told me they were looking to buy. One guy said his mother's looking to buy, lives in Stafford, where I live at. And so just having those conversations and letting people just, go get environments where you can have conversations with people. It doesn't always have to be salesy. It could be just conversational, but it's gonna come up a lot of times. What do you do? What are you currently doing now? What's your kind of job now? And it's an easy segue to really be able to have conversations with people because they want to know you, like you, and trust you before they do business with you.
That's powerful. Thank you, Tim. Good stuff. Yeah. Gotta get in those environments, guys. Get around more people. There's still people out there that want to buy real estate, guys. Regardless of what we're hearing in the market, there's people who are still looking to buy. Everybody's gonna have to adjust to these rates. You talk to some of the older generation who bought in the 80s, guys, they were jumping, shout all over the place for a 6% interest rate. Those folks that bought back in the 80s. Natasha, go ahead. I saw you.
No, and you said something really key right there. One of the segmented markets I'm focusing on is downsizers, along with my international buyers. I just pulled the NAR profile of home buyers and home sellers, and 14% or 21% of people right now looking to downsize. And it's like those people are in the 6,000, 4,000 square foot houses are looking for smaller footprints. And I just recently did a video with one of my lenders. I'm just talking about strategies to help them do that, possibly renting out their house, leveraging the money from the rent to apply towards the new mortgage to help offset the higher interest rates. So really looking at creative methods to help people think outside the box to get them to the place where they need to be. So, as agents, we're always educating, always informing, always helping them, everyone become a better version of themselves, but also looking at the market very strategically. There are lots of clients out there. You just have to position yourself to find them. I'm busy, finding property because inventory in Atlanta is still low. It's still a difficult, challenging situation. I mean, I'm in multiple offer situations still with a 7.39 interest rate. Can you believe that, right? I'm fighting with other buyers out there. So imagine when the interest rates drop, the floodgates are going to be open, and we need to be prepared and strategically I'm putting things ahead of, like systems ahead of that to help handle the influx of people I'll be dealing with. Like I just posted in my group, our buyer for the Atlanta team, I posted like a buyer step-by-step process, a seller step-by-step process, so that everyone is aware, okay, here are the things that we need to do, and really solidifying. So if you're slower right now, solidify your systems and processes so that you won't feel overwhelmed. But just know there are tons and tons of people looking to sell and buy homes out there.
Powerful.
Hey, sir, to tag on to what Natasha's saying, so and that was a part of my whole mindset shift is that going forward, it's about serving versus selling. And so when people know that I care about their issue, everything else kind of falls in place. And so that was the mindset with those conversations that I was having was, I wasn't worried about, commission, whatever.
Right.
It's kind of like they had an issue. I wanted to be offer solutions to their problems. And so my whole mindset was, hey, I'm here to serve you. I don't want anything out of it, because I really don't. I just want to help them and be that resource. And I just expect that down the road, something may come out of it, something may not. But at least they had the information, and I was there to provide it. So I just wanted to share that. Because Natasha kind of triggered that thought, but that's my mindset going forward.
I love that.
Yeah, and I tell you, Natasha, her videos are fire. If you've seen Natasha's newsletter, Natasha, you guys show me how you do that. But her newsletters that come out, and she does a video market updates that really say what's going on, and I think that's so awesome because a lot of times people are listening to the news, they're listening to what they hear the coworkers say, and a lot of times, like you said, Keith, sometimes people are talking and they don't really know what's going on. And but to give a market update and what's going on in your community, what's going on in the area, and that way you can be a resource that people can tap into and hear on a weekly or monthly or quarterly basis to know exactly what's going on in the market. And now, when they're ready to buy, they already know that you as the market expert, because you're constantly putting out content to just say what's going on. And the thing is, the information is out there. You just got to find it, and put it out there so that people can come back to you as a resource, because there's so much coming at people. People's attention span is only a few seconds. So if they can say, hey, let me go talk to Natasha, let me go talk to Keith, let me talk to Rod, let me talk to Joy, and get that information right away, they can make an informed decision to move forward. So great job, Natasha. Love your newsletter and your videos. And I'm Rob and Duplicate. I just wanted to know.
It's training my VA how to do it, honestly. Yeah. I have to give credit where credit is due. It's my VA that does it. She does an incredible job.
Awesome.
I need her to train my VA. Lord Jesus.
One thing about having a VA, I meet with her every single day. Like, we have a 15-minute meeting every day and we go over expectations and I train her how I think. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I love your newsletter and your videos, like Tim said. They're awesome. Good, guys. Getting down here to the end, guys. Give yourself permission to recalibrate.
I'm sorry, Rod. Joy has had her hand up for a second.
Oh, go ahead, Joy. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Hey, good morning. I just hate talking in the morning. So if you didn't see my hand, it was okay.
Oh, just jump in.
I sound puffy, look puffy in the morning, and I'll be up for a long time. But I wanted to piggyback off of what the last 4-5 people said, Natasha, Tim, everybody that said something. Everything you're saying is so right. When the market crashed, you just got to be ahead of what's going on. You can't watch what's going on. You got to be ahead. So when the market crashed, I don't know, you just got to listen, try to be listening to how God moves, because before the market crashed, I was doing foreclosures. And then I started doing short sales. Now I'm piggybacking off with Natasha, my accountability partner. It's a thing called golden handcuffs. And what that is when, say, for instance, they got a good rate, somebody got a good rate, they're in a good rate, but they're stuck to their house because they don't want to move because the rates are higher. You have to strategize with them. And that's what I'm doing too, Natasha. Strategize and say, hey, maybe you can rent out your property that can pay, or get some equity out, put down on the property that you want. The golden handcuffs are really and look at the senior market. The senior market is really untouched. When you look at that market, you can see that, hey, they might want to move closer to their family and help them figure out, how can I move closer to my family, and move closer to where I want to be and get to where I want to. You are here to help them figure out ways. That's what we do. Realtors are not average cog builders. We think, we're thinkers. So what you need to do is, when somebody have a problem, that's how you make your money. You make your money off of answering problems. So I'm just saying to y'all, be thinkers. If somebody has a problem, that's an opportunity for you to help somebody. Keith is the one that was saying help. So I'm trying to hit everybody. Pam, you killing it. I love all y'all. Thank y'all for just being a part of my team. That's all I wanted to say.
Hey, Joy, just got a quick question for you. Have you read that book, Disruptive Thinking by T.D. Jakes?
I'm in it now. I haven't
Yeah.
finished it yet. I just started. Just
So
started.
the reason why I bring that up is because what you're saying is kind of what I'm getting out of the book. It's that whole mindset shift change. You know, the disruptive thinking, finding those opportunities, finding those strategies, be a problem solver. And it's not always the traditional line of thought. It's the different way of thinking. You got to be willing to step out and do that. And so what you're saying makes perfect sense. And that's what I'm trying to implement going forward is, hey, I'm not out here to try to make money. I would like to, but my purpose is, hey, let me help you with what I know, help you solve a problem and go from there. You know, partner with other realtors, you know, something that you probably wouldn't think about doing. Most people wouldn't think about doing. What are those other types of solutions that can get you to where you want to be? And that's what I got of what you're saying. And that's what I'm getting out of the book. So I appreciate you, Joy, for that.
And you know what? It's
Wow.
like you say, we're partnering with other agents. You could do something like this off the top of the dome. You could, if you're in a neighborhood that there are several listings out there, you could partner with those agents and have like a punch out card. Once you reach the end of viewing this community, we'll give you a Starbucks gift card or something. You know, you could do something. Just think. We're not, as I say, real estate agents are the smartest people in the industries with doctors. We think, we're thinkers. So that's all I want to say.
Right.
That's awesome. I'm gonna tell you, that all that you said and the addition of that book, just the light bulb just went off for me because, and we talked about purpose already, but you know, way back for as long as I can remember, when I first was getting ready to graduate high school, if you can remember that far back, my dad would always ask me what I wanted to be. You know, what did I want to study, you know, when I went to college? And I told him I wanted to be a fixer. I had read this book about this corporate person that his job was a fixer. And I said I wanted to be a fixer. You know, I look back, that's what I do. I'm a fixer. You know, and you know what? Joy, she hit the nail on the head. You can't do it if you can't think and think outside of what's in front of you to the big picture. You got to be train yourself to be a big picture thinker. All right. At the same time, keeping your clients focused on the goal. But you, the agent, you got to be able to solution for whatever comes up for those people that you want to serve. And you cannot do it thinking about $1. It cannot be about the money. It's got to be about the end result. If you focus on what that end result is, it should be what you want it to be and what you got to do to get it there, the money's going to come. People are going to start thinking about and seeing your work and the results. And there's always a story. You got to tell a little bit of that story. All right. But that's how you're going to get business. And you keep doing that. Look here. I'm going to read something to you guys because I'm a researcher too. Because you can't be a fixer and don't know what's happening in the industry. And the little pipe stems of the business that branch off in other things. So I was reading in one of our groups that I'm a member of. The title was How I Prospect, How I Work Open Houses. And this young man was talking about 2 weeks ago, he had an open house in his new listing with 1 day on the market. His number one strategy, of course, was to price it correctly. He goes on to say he had 15 showings, 22 sets of people at the open house, 5 offers, and an offer accepted over the asking price. And he got leads from the open house.
Wow.
So what he says is, I didn't do anything to ensure I would have a great turnout. I didn't knock the 100 doors around the open house, invite the neighbors. I didn't circle the neighborhood before the open house. I didn't send handwritten notes. I didn't have a week-long campaign with Facebook ads, didn't serve food, didn't have food truck, didn't offer any kind of drawing, didn't pick the right music to play during the open house, just didn't have any music. He said he didn't have anybody sign in on his iPad so he could capture their information. What did he do? He said, I handed them an information sheet when they walked in the door. I talked to the ones that had questions about whatever was going on in the house and made sure he priced it right. He talked to all of the people. And the one thing that really caught my attention was he said he talked to folks that were actively looking and never asked them to sign in. And they asked him, do you want us to sign in? And his response was, no, you have my information. If I seem like someone who you'd like to work with, you have my contact information. Is that not a mind shift?
Wow.
Of what we think we're supposed to be doing? The result was not just did he get the house under contract, he got viable leads. And though the couple that he told he didn't want them to sign in, he is now their agent. He was the fixer.
Yeah.
Think about it. If you're solutioning and you are there, you a provider of information, but you got to know the information to provide it. The best way to prepare for the open house is to know the information and to be able to have a conversation. And nobody thinks like that.
That's good.
We all got to get everybody signed in so we can send them 10,000 emails and text messages, see if they found somebody, if they found a house. So he just flipped the whole script and he actually turned into the fixer at the open house.
Powerful.
That was huge. I had to share. Sorry,
that's good stuff, Pam. No, that's good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. I appreciate that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, guys, getting down here to the end here. Give yourself permission to recalibrate, guys. I know you may have had goals set for this year. It's okay to shift. It's okay to recalibrate. It's okay to say, hey man, this is look from here to August 20, what is today? 25th, 2024. What do you want to accomplish between now and a year from now? August 25th, 2024. Give yourself permission to recalibrate your goals. Have that think time, recalibrate. What do you want to accomplish between now and next year, this time? Who's the person that you're going to become? Who's the person that you want to be?
Rod.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, Jazz.
No, that was my answer. That's the person I want to become.
No. You gotta have bigger dreams.
That was what she meant.
No. Guys, last slide here. I know we get down to the end. I may pick this one up next time. Where are my military folks? Dope.
Oh.
Dope.
May be recorded to ensure
Data on previous engagement. Man, I may have to say this one for next time because I want to spend some time here, but dope. In the military, we're not talking about illicit, illegal drugs. Adjusting your dope. Are you on target to hit your goals? Analyzing conditions, keeping record, make the needed adjustments, guys. Make the needed adjustments. Analyzing, when we're out on the range and we're shooting, shooting at targets. We're looking at everything: the wind, barometric, the barometric pressure, all kind of stuff. They're adjusting to, especially the windage. What's coming at us? Left and right. In this real estate market, what adjustments do you need to make? It saves you from, when we're on the range and we're making those adjustments, guys, we're saving ammunition. We're not wasting ammunition shooting at the wrong, shooting rounds down range, and we're way off target because of the conditions. So making the adjustments, just like you've heard, Natasha is looking at, the the buy down, what do you call them? Buy down, they're move, you know, they're what do they call it, Tasha? They're moving down. They're what do they're
Downsizers.
downsizers. Thank you. Yeah, downsizers. You know, making
And
those
the other thing that's on the rise is multi-generational living. So
Yes.
where you've got a lot of people combining resources, so the older generation with the younger generation, combining resources. And in fact, the estate homes that I'll be building here in Atlanta will be multi-generational homes because they will have a ensuite for, we're calling it the G Suite for the grandparents, grandkids, or guests. You know, that they can leverage to, you know, do something like that. But those will be upwards of $1 million. But think about combining incomes and family household incomes to come together to purchase a property like that, where
Yeah.
you can still have a family together, but still have their own living space.
That's powerful, guys. Making the shift, the adjustment. She's adjusting, guys. She's not looking at, man, my sales are going to fall down. She's making the needed adjustments to what's going on, the current conditions right now. She's analyzing the conditions and she's making the adjustments to her business model. And that's what you got to do in this market, guys. Get back on target to have success.
Hey, Rod, I'll share with the team the NAR profile of home buyers and home sellers. I think the statistical information will be helpful in identifying your target and key markets. And for those of you that want to make a shift. Now, that was shared with me from another realtor in my mastermind. So I'm just sharing it with the dream team people. So you guys can have access to it.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you all so much. Great conversation. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, everybody. Joy, Pam, man, Rose, Keith, Bryson. Thank you, everybody. Tim, everybody who shared today. Thank y'all so much, Jazz. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna get ready to transition over to the EXP Explain. Anybody here got anybody here that want to hear more about EXP? Thank y'all, guys. We'll be back on next Friday. Thank y'all so much.
Hey, Rod, I have a guest on, Tasha.